What's up, guys? It's Not Your Ordinary Barber with N.Y.O Barbershop. Today, I'm going to let you guys know that we're starting a video podcast. First, we're going to start off with just kind of like the guys in the shop, letting you know their journey as a barber, the ups, the downs, the things that you guys don't get to hear while you're in the chair, the good, the bad, all the good stuff. So check it out. We're going to put the link in the description below. Like, comment, share, and put some ideas in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Y'all be safe. Peace. What's up, everybody? This is Not Your Ordinary Barber with N.Y.O Barbershop.
What's up, everyone? This is CT Barber, N.Y.O Barbershop.
All right, man. So today I'm excited to start a little podcast. It's our first little thing here we're doing in N.Y.O Barbershop.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to start off by basically talking about ourselves. I'm going to ask Chris a few questions, see where he's at with everything. And he's going to talk about, his journey as far as barbering and, like the goods, the bads, the all that other stuff.
Let's do it.
All right. So basically, first off, talk about yourself. How old are you? Your name, so on and so forth.
So I'm 27 years old. My name is Christopher Cabada. I've been here at the shop with you for about 2 years now, 3 years now. And basically, I started off about 7 years ago. I've been on and off the barbershop and stuff like that, but now I'm here and I'm happy to be.
Now. You said 7 years you've been on and off. What? Why?
No,
on
in
and
total,
off?
I made it stop because I got my CDO license for a little bit, and then I came back. That did not work out. I didn't like it, and came back to the cutting hair and stuff.
Okay. Now, what? Why didn't you just stick with barbering? Well.
I didn't have much clientele, and I had my first son when I was 20 years old, and life started kicking my ass. A lot of experiences, a lot of different tough times.
No, yeah, that's kind of like the same thing with me. I always loved barbering. I love cutting hair. I like, but my problem was I had kids young.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't
That,
get into barbering, and I always needed like that steady income. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you needed something steady.
that's exactly what happened. I started having kids too young, and I needed money, man. I needed money to support my family, and I wasn't quite sure what to do at the time.
Now, what happened with as far as with your CDL that you said, you know what, the heck with this, I'm gonna go back to cutting hair.
I didn't like it at all. I always said I wasn't gonna drive trucks, and I ended up doing it, and that's probably why God taught me that lesson.
Basically,
A
doing
lot
something you
of
didn't like.
Yeah, a lot of tough things. I almost lost my life so doing that too,
Well,
and
talk about that. What happened?
a lot of things happened. I'm gonna give you an example. I was in San Diego, California,
All right, so we're located in Pennsylvania, by the way.
Pennsylvania. We
So
live
he's
in
all the
Pennsylvania.
way on the other end of the United States in San
Yeah,
Diego.
I used to drive all over the road, and I was in San Diego, California. I was sleeping actually in my truck, and though you know those wildfires that's going on in Canada right now, one of those,
Wow,
and somebody woke me up, knocked on my the window of my truck. I woke up, I got out of there, and
he was done with it.
yeah.
Wow.
No, not just that. After that, I got positive. I still positive with myself and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me calm down. These things happen. This is part of this business, and I kept going. And actually, after that, more things happened, and that's when I said, okay, I'm done.
Driving trucks, man, that's no joke. Like a lot of people, I give it up to you guys, man, because that's something I can't do. I hate driving. One, two,
Now I hate driving too.
dude, I hate driving. Now, anyway, so one, I hate driving. Two, you're driving something oversized. You got people cutting you off, going all, that is, oh man, it's
You
got to be
don't,
crazy,
you
dude.
don't imagine, man. It's tough.
Especially like those long rides, bro. Like you're going all the way to San Diego. Like that's
11
insane.
hours every day.
Wow, that's insane.
Every day.
All right, so you left trucking. You decided, you know what, I'm gonna go back to cutting hair.
Yeah.
So talk about that. How when you started, how was it for you? Like was it slow? You started making money right away? What?
Actually, not. That's it's always slow for a barber that goes back to this industry, and you have to grind, stay mentally tough, and start looking for clientele, and basically build from zero.
Okay.
And what I did was my barber. I know he actually he was at a place where the guy was looking for another barber, and that was you.
Yeah.
And thankfully, you hired me. Then I started, and that's how it
Now,
happened.
during the pandemic, we spoke also why you were driving trucks. You were driving trucks during the pandemic too,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Now, we were shut down. We were cutting out of a house. You used to come to the house, get your haircut.
exactly.
Excuse me.
That's when you talked to me about what did I have to do to go back cutting hair, basically.
Yeah.
And look at what happened.
No, that's dope.
It's crazy. Life is crazy.
No, that's dope. All right, so talk to me. You started cutting hair now that you're not working. You're not driving trucks anymore. You started cutting hair. Talk to me about the ups, the downs.
Well, basically, I was at your shop and doing nothing, basically, just helping out, sweeping hair, and basically doing every opportunity that you guys will take your clients and throw it on my chair so I can eat. And you know how thankful I am now today because of the sacrifices and the things you guys did for me.
Now, like message to barbershop owners and barbers, man. If you all right, like the way I see it was, yeah, I was a barbershop owner, but I wasn't the only one in the shop. There was customers that, my clientele was built up already. Same thing with the other guy. We're only doing by appointments. There's nothing wrong with throwing, some one of your customers to
Throwing
have another
clients in on others
barber.
people's share, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you're only helping the shop out because at the end of the day, that client is probably going to end up going to another shop or go somewhere else just to get their
Right,
haircut if you
right.
can't get them in. You know what I mean?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, I still do it to this day. You do it now that you're a lot busier. You know what I mean? And we all kind of, keep it within the shop because
Help
there's
each
no
other
reason.
out. Help each other out. Put put money on others people's pocket. There's nothing wrong with that. And help each other out, man.
All right, now let's talk about likes and dislikes of the barbershops. What what do you like the most about working in a barbershop?
That's a good question. Actually everything because I enjoy this. I don't think I work. I say that I don't work, but the most it's probably let me see.
Yeah, like, I would say the most thing I like about it is, I mean, whether you guys think it or not, man, a haircut will change somebody's life, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
you're
I think I
making,
got it. I think I got it. The smile that the client gives you after they get a haircut.
okay. That's what you like the most about the
The
barbershop.
happiness, yeah, that they
Okay,
get
not
when.
the freedom of being a barber, not
Oh,
no.
that too, but I was thinking like inside the barbershop type of thing.
And
Um,
dislikes. What don't you like about the barbershop?
but I don't like maybe sweeping hair.
No, I get that.
But yeah, it gets messy inside the shop when there's a lot of hair around all over the place. But every job, every work has their ups and downs, and you gotta deal with that. You gotta stay clean.
Now, what was the hardest thing you had to overcome
Um,
as far as the
the fear,
barbershop?
the fear of fucking someone's hair up.
Yeah. So that nervousness,
Yeah,
that to build your confidence
I
is
used to
basically.
get, I used to get real nervous.
Yeah. Now, why?
Because of that, like to be successful, you need to overcome fear, and I was always scared to fuck somebody up.
No, yeah, that's the thing everybody goes through, man.
I learned that the hard way because when instead of being positive, when you are have the fear of fucking up, then you're gonna be all all over the place, man. So,
My thing, no, no, I was fortunate. I wasn't scared to cut
well,
somebody's hair.
not scared, but like having that negative thought before of the positive one is a bad thing.
Yeah.
So I learned that.
No, I never. I'm gonna be honest. I never really had that. when I first started, I was cutting friends and things like that. But when I first started in the shop, it was I really wasn't scared to cut somebody. You know what I mean?
You know, that's a good point. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I never cut too many friends.
No.
They never let me until this day. That now that I know,
Wow,
I can say two people. That's it.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Two people, and they know who they are.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I really wasn't scared to cut somebody's hair or that was I always found that weird. I never really was scared. I was more fearful of going out and talking to people and trying to get more clientele. That was what was uncomfortable for me at
Yeah.
first. You know.
I'm a shy person, so I always been like not
Yeah.
afraid, but like kind of to be talking to people like me first and be like, oh, listen, I'm a barber, this and that. So I had I struggled at that at first.
My thing was now it's a lot easier, man. But when I first started, we really didn't. I mean, there was Instagram and Facebook and things like that, but I didn't really network through that. I was more of the get the business cards, go talk to people, things like that.
Yeah, I always had problem with that, like going out and talking to people. I think social media has been more easier for me to build up.
I mean,
Talking to people.
even this, like what we're doing right now,
Yeah.
I never would imagine that I would have felt comfortable enough to do that.
Yeah, me,
You
me
know,
either.
you kind of got to get out of your comfort zone to do something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
right now I'm still learning and doing all these things and trying to not be shy on the camera to talk about things. It's a new
so,
experience though. It's a good thing. I like challenging myself and bringing the best out of me to do things. I like that.
so now that you said one of the biggest things for you to overcome was the fear of fucking somebody up, what talk to me. I know everybody's fucked somebody up. There has to be one time in the barbershop where you mess somebody's hair up and the customer must have been mad
Yeah,
or something. Every barber goes through that. So talk to me about your experience.
I had a client that he got mad because I was talking to someone else while I was cutting his hair and he told me it was gonna knock me out.
Really?
Yeah,
Because you were talking to somebody else.
yeah.
You didn't even fuck up his hair. He just said he was gonna knock you out because you were talking to
Well, I
somebody
didn't
else.
fuck up his hair because before I cut his hair that day, it wasn't like it was the first time I cut his hair.
Okay.
It was many times, and that day he was probably bored or mad. I don't know. He told me. He said, "Oh, cut me quick. I gotta go. This and that." Stop talking. I'm like, "Oh, okay." Then he said it was gonna knock me out.
And then
That
what did
was
you do?
like
What happened?
the most embarrassing thing in the world.
Well, talk about it. Like, what happened? I know you didn't just say, "Oh,
The
okay."
shop was full of people, bro, and he was leaving, walking out. He was like, "When I see you out of here, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna knock you out." I'm like, "Do it right now." That this and that, and he left. So
So yeah, I didn't get into it there at the barber
no,
shop.
no,
No, that's good.
not at all. How about you? Have you ever like argued with someone and stuff like that?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I would say argue. I've had customers get out of the chair. Um, mothers, even before I started cutting their hair, just kind of panic. Like I've had all different types of
I don't know.
situations,
I,
man.
I had to learn how to be patient and be professional at what I'm doing here now. And most of those experiences I got to hear with you at the barbershop, and I think I've grown a lot from where I started and the maturity that you need to have to deal with people.
Yeah, it's kind of more of like being a barber is more than just cutting hair. I always said you have to kind
Oh
of
yeah,
be a psychologist.
oh yeah.
You have to be a friend. You got to be a
Listen,
mentor. You got to be like you have to wear so many different masks that it's kind of it gets overwhelming sometimes too.
yeah, yeah.
So aside from that, is that anything else ever happened that you were like, what the hell? Like
Not too many things. No, I probably had one or two instances in that sense.
yeah, everybody goes through something. We had this one guy that used to work with us. You remember him? Dude, I swear to God, he went through something once a week, and I ain't know. I don't even know what was wrong. He would give him a good haircut. He would try his best, but I don't know if it was his the way he looked or what, bro. But he always got the customer that was like, "Yeah, what the hell are you doing?" You know, like I just don't get it, bro. It was like once a week, man. And this guy was with me for what, 2 years, maybe
No,
about a year and a
probably
half. It was something
like
like
a
that,
year and
man.
a
And
half.
but
Yeah.
I mean, wow, he was going through some stuff, bro.
It was not just at the barbershop. It was like all over the place.
Maybe it was
In
his
general,
demeanor. You know, I don't know.
it's
Maybe it
tough.
was his demeanor because what the hell? I don't know what it was, man. No matter who it was, he had to remember. Yeah, he had
That's
this
a
old man in his chair. All right, guys, listen, check this out. So just try to imagine this, okay? You're cutting, all right?
cutting hair.
The barber next to you is cutting somebody as well. You know, the music's going, the vibe is great in the barber shop, and all of a sudden, this old man yells, "You bastard!" I look at him and I'm thinking this dude has Tourette's or something. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Oh God!
hold on, did I just hear that right?
I looked at
We all
you.
looked at each other and I'm like, "Sir, is everything okay?" Yeah, everything's all right. And then I'm just like, "Well, why
You
the hell did
remember?
he
You
call him a
remember about
bastard?"
the other one that asked them, "Oh, did you learn already how to cut my hair?"
Oh, dude, son. All right, so all right, guys. So check this out. There's a same guy, same barber. Okay, so there's a customer that walks in. He's a walk-in. He's never been in the barber shop before, and he gets a haircut. He asked for a skin fade or a comb over or something like that, and he just wanted it high. High and tight. It's like military. So this barber, I'm not gonna say no names because he might get embarrassed or whatever if he watches
We're gonna bring them in here
it.
to
Yeah,
this podcast. We're gonna bring.
we're gonna talk about that another time. Right? So son, he starts cutting his hair. The dude's like this, like he's falling asleep in the chair. So I'm thinking, all right, cool. He's having he's enjoying the haircut. All of a sudden, I start hearing argument. Oh, I'm not liking this haircut, and he's saying it in Spanish. Oh, I'm not liking this haircut, and and the barber's
So
like, well, I'm
así.
not done. Let me finish, and then we can go from there.
Yeah.
He goes, no, it's not supposed to be this way, and he starts bugging out, starts panicking. So I get involved as a shop owner. I'm like, well, what's going on? He goes, oh, this is not how the haircut's supposed to be, blah, blah, blah. He starts talking about, oh, I was a police officer back in Puerto Rico, blah, blah, blah.
He went outside, smoked a cigarette, came back in and sat down on the chair.
Yeah, right. And I had to finish the haircut.
Oh my God!
And to be honest with you, the haircut that the barber was giving him
It
was
was
a
not
way
bad.
better haircut than what ended up doing because I just did something quick to get him out the chair and get him out the shop before, anything happened.
Anything went down, yeah.
So he got like a real super high skin fade, which, I guess that's what he wanted, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
man, that was crazy. I was just kind of like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I mean? So I talked to the barber. I really don't want to say his name, but I'm talking to him. I'm like, look, dude, what you did wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Don't feel deterred. Don't feel like, oh, I don't want to cut hair
He
no
was
more.
just not feeling comfortable with him getting a
And
haircut with
that's
that
what
guy.
it came
That,
to.
that's what it
Came
was.
down to. I think he just didn't feel
Yeah,
comfortable
not at all.
what it was that he was doing, and just kind of took it out on him,
It was
dude.
just those type of guys that they're like military. They're all tough personally and stuff like that.
And that's basically, what
It was just so funny, man.
so it was always him, always him.
Nah, it's a great guy though. Great
Nah,
guy.
good guy, good guy. I mean, he's a good heart. He's just, I don't know what it was, bro. He's
I
just,
don't know. Still, it's going. I don't
and
know.
I think that's probably one of the reasons why he got deterred. He wanted to go work work with
Yeah,
work over there with
someone else. Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, which is cool, but I think that's what it was, man. I think that ultimately he was just kind of like,
He needed a change.
that's what it was. He needed something different because it was
He was
literally
going
every
through
week.
it. He was going through it here, man.
All right, so talk to me about some more bad experiences because
Bad experiences. I've been there with a lot of barbers that had bad experiences, but me personally, I haven't had too many.
what was the craziest thing you've seen in the barbershop? As far as like
Oh, this dude, he got the money out his pocket. He didn't like the haircut, and he threw it all in the hair like that to the barber. He
Oh,
told him,
snap.
"Here's." I don't want to. I don't want to say a bad word here on camera, but it was so funny, bro. Wow.
yeah, that's crazy.
He did not like the haircut. He said, "Oh, I'm not gonna pay you." Da da da. He went out the door. Then he came back, and
Oh wait, well that's the same guy. Look,
same
this is
guy,
another
same
incident.
guy. And he
Yeah.
looked at him. He was just looking at him. Oh, you're not gonna pay me that. And he came back, bro. That right there. He came back. He's like, matter of fact, here's your $20 cut.
Wow.
Boop. Threw it all
That's
in
crazy.
there. I went outside. I talked to him. And trying to calm things down, but it was bad, man. It's bad.
Yeah, that's the same. I don't know what it was, dude. It was definitely something about him.
That situation that was gonna get out of hand. If I wouldn't be here, I think that something would have happened here.
Wow, that's crazy. You know, guys like, and customers too, man. You know, it's hair. It's gonna grow back. You know, you're not gonna get a haircut and then go bald, unless you're already bald. You know what I mean? So don't. You know, it's a haircut, man.
Don't get me wrong, though. The client was not mad at him. It was more like the language barrier was the problem.
Yeah, but my thing is, it's not just a language barrier. If it's other people that speak the same language that has a problem with the guy, you understand what I'm trying to say? So it's got to be more than just that.
Yeah.
Because we got a guy right now. We have a guy right now that don't speak English. He hasn't had a
He's
problem.
never had a problem.
So it can't be. It can't. It's not the. It's not the. It's not that. It can't be that. It has to be something else. Maybe his
We
demeanor.
have way over a year trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
The why.
I mean, if you guys have an experience like that, and you might, you know, comment down below what the heck do you think it was, because this is crazy. I still can't figure it out. But he's a nice guy, man. You know,
Definitely.
at first he's quiet, you know, but once you get to know him, you know, he speaks up. Maybe it's because he's too quiet. I don't know, but he always had something going on. You know, he always had something. Yeah. Wow, that's insane.
Congratulations to him. He just had
Oh
a
yeah,
daughter.
felicidades.
He just had a daughter. Congrats.
All right, let's talk about what inspires you in the barbershop. What motivates you? What keeps you going? You know, it's kind of hard because once you're built up and you have your clientele, sometimes you feel like you're cutting the same people over and over again.
I was just gonna say that. New clients.
You know, and it feels kind of more where it's like, man, I'm doing the same thing all day, every day.
The thing that I mostly like about this industry is that like you're constantly learning.
Yeah.
You always have something new to learn. Well, if you're a barber that's not like complacent with yourself.
Yeah.
When you want to learn, and there's always something new to do, a new line, a new haircut, a new design, a new style, how to do things, and I think that's basically what I like the most. Like you don't get bored,
Yeah.
basically. Me personally, I love everything about cutting hair, barbershop wise, and that's because of it. Because you have a lot of things to do, and it's constantly changing, you know. So I think that's a great thing.
You know, I want to get some more of the guys involved too. You know, we'll do more episodes and stuff like that. But as far as me, what inspires me, it's not social media. It's not, well, it's you guys, you know, how far you've come in the little bit of time, how far my son has come.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
one thing I want to.
and you guys are the ones that kind of keep me, you know, like I know sometimes I say, look, you know, pretty soon I'm going to stop cutting hair, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, I don't think I could, dude. Like there's days that I'm off and I'm like, man, I wish, you know, I see a video and I'm like, man, I want to try that. I want to do this. I want to do that.
I'm gonna be honest. I've learned a lot from you because you are one of the hardest working barber I've seen, man. It's crazy.
Hey, you know, and that's what I say
And
about you guys.
I don't blame you for being not. I want to say tired, but at the same time, I don't because like you don't get tired of it.
Yeah,
I know
don't.
you're tired, but you don't get tired of it. You don't want to stop.
I mean, you may get physically drained or you know, mentally sometimes. But you know, if you really like what you do, dude, you're not gonna get tired. You know, you're not gonna get tired of it. You're gonna get tired, but you ain't gonna get tired of doing it. You know what I mean?
You're not. Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of like I said. You know how far like my son's come, you've come, Alex. You know, we got guys here that are students and they're winning trophies for barber competitions. You know what I mean? So it was like, man, that's inspiring. You know?
Yeah, I love this barbershop, man. It's very inspirational. It's very, you learn a lot. Everybody with this guys, mostly with you because you're a veteran. Like, how many years you been cutting hair?
I want to say in total straight without doing anything else is probably about 9 years.
9 years, and in total you probably have like about 12.
Probably more than that because I mean, when you're a teenager, you don't got money, bro. You're gonna go line yourself up. You're lining your friends up.
Yeah.
Everybody starts off pretty much like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we were just talking about student competitions. Now we have a couple guys here.
And
Chris, myself included, that we've gone to a few competitions and we've won. But we've lost a lot more than we've won.
yeah, of
You
course.
know what I mean? And let's talk about competitions. How do you feel about competing? How do you feel about going up there and competing against barbers that you only see on Instagram and things like that?
I think it's like a great time competing, sharing. Like it's a great time with other barbers, meeting new barbers, like the celebrity guys and stuff like that. But me personally, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that too much. I did it with you. I've done it a lot, but I'll probably do this Agus and that's it.
Yeah, I like. My thing is I go to these expos and these competitions, man, and I just can't not want to go up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I.
The good thing is that I told you since the beginning. I told you, right? It's probably not for me. It's just not for me. I like to go out and have fun, support the event and all of that, but I don't. I don't think it's like a me thing, to compete too much like
Well,
that.
I mean, that's not for everybody. You got
Yeah,
barbers
exactly.
that, are millionaires and that you see all over the place, and they never competed before. So that's it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? I just like the adrenaline. I like going up there.
Oh, me too. Me too.
I like showing off my work. Um, like I said, I've
Expose
lost a lot
yourself
more
in
than
front
I.
of a lot of people. Is yeah.
Yeah, and get out there, network with everybody, talk to everybody. We go to these shows now, and everybody kind of knows who we are. Not
Yeah.
everyone,
Yeah.
but we run into people that are from other states. We run into people from other countries, and man, you gotta get out there and look at some of the stuff these guys do, dude, because it's
Don't be
insane.
afraid to go out and show your work. Expose yourself as a barber, and you know, it's good.
Yeah, no, you gotta. These events are not easy to put together. Okay, so if you have one in your area, go show support, man. Go out there and
It's not easy to go to them either because it's an investment. And not
yeah,
not everybody wants to waste money going out there. You have to sometimes you have to stay in a hotel. You have to spend money on food. If you
tickets,
drink
entry.
and stuff like that, pay for the tickets to go into these events and stuff like that. And probably buy products for your barbershop for anything that you need and stuff like that because you find a lot of good deals. But it's an investment,
Yeah, it does.
and
Yeah, it is.
I love it personally. I know you like it too, but not everybody likes to do it.
Yeah. Well, not everybody can afford to, also.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you got something local, you could drive there, show your support, man. Go out there, and you don't necessarily have to compete, but just be present. Go out there and talk to people that are in the same industry as you, and learn. A lot of them have like classes. A lot of them have
Yeah,
seminars.
seminars. Yeah.
And those things are dope, man. There's a lot of things that they take barbering to a whole nother level, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
and they don't have just barber stuff. They have sneakers. They have clothing. They have anything that
no, yeah,
that they want
jewelry,
to sell and stuff like that. Glasses. I've seen a lot of shades and
yeah,
stuff like that.
glasses. Like
A lot of
barber.
different stuff.
The thing with barbers is a lot of barbers. We like to be flashy. We like to dress nice. We like to have nice things. Not every barber, but a lot of us are like that. So when you go to these shows, you're gonna see everything, man. You're
The
gonna
way they
see,
dress, like
yeah, you're gonna
the
see
drip,
styles. You're gonna see like you said, the way you dress.
the drip, the everything, man. The
And
shoes.
and I mean that's just how we are. You know what I mean? But show your support, man. Go to some of these events and take a look, and don't be afraid to talk to people, man, because they like the same things you like. That would be what I recommend.
Yeah.
Now, as far as competing, I mean, I still like it, but I feel the same way, man. It's kind of
We're still going to all of them anyway. So
yeah, we'll be there. Don't worry about that. But as far as like getting up there on the stage, I mean, I like the CT Expo. That one's dope.
yeah.
That's probably one of the biggest ones that they do.
You know which one was one of my favorite? It wasn't that big, but the Virginia Beach
Yeah, that
competition.
one was,
Yeah.
dude. Like, yeah, I met shout out to Heavy dude
Heavy.
because
Yeah.
this was
All out. Oh my
he
god.
went. I mean, the venue alone was
Crazy.
sick. You know, it was
Crazy.
nice. It's a nice hotel,
The
right on the
view.
beach. You know,
The
and
view was
it
crazy.
was real nice, man. I just wish more people would have showed love. But man, it was dope. I did have fun at that one.
Yeah,
I
he
ain't
need
gonna
to
lie.
do another one. He need to do another.
You know, who knows? You know, there's a lot that goes. Like I said, there's a lot that goes into that, man.
Yeah,
You know.
a lot of money, man.
But as far as competing, I don't think I'm going to go too crazy anymore. Maybe like one or two here and there, but not like every single one like I was doing, you know?
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about yourself. Let's talk about where do you want to take this whole barbering thing to? What's your ultimate goal? If you have any, you know, what do you want to see yourself doing in the future as far as barbering?
Barbering. I don't think I'm gonna stop cutting hair now, like
Well, you're
or
still
or
young.
or anytime soon. But I have other plans, like maybe real estate. I wanna have a business that has to do with barbering,
Hmm.
not a barbershop. You get what I mean?
Okay.
Maybe have like a store of supplies or a store of uh, clippers. I still don't know yet, but I want to invest in something.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a barbershop.
Okay. You just got to find what it is that you want to.
Exactly. I'm not too sure, quite sure yet, but yeah, I
Oh, you
want to
get
do
there.
something with it.
Okay. Now, a message to barbers, or I'm sorry, beginner barbers, student barbers, or people thinking about becoming a barber. If you had something you wanted to talk to them or tell them,
Do not be afraid to fuck somebody up.
just get over that fear, right? Get over.
Get over that fear. I don't know if you ever heard the message that says success is all the way in the other side of fear.
Yeah. No, that's dope.
Yeah. Do not be afraid. What is it? How do you say?
Get out of your comfort zone.
Um, ¿cómo dice la palabra?
If it was up to me, I would tell new barbers to stick with it. Um, you're gonna have hard times. You're gonna have a lot more hard times than good times. You're gonna mess people up a little bit, you know. Um, you just try to do the best you can with your knowledge and never stop learning. You know,
Educate yourself. Yeah, go
just
out to the seminars.
yeah.
Keep learning from other barbers at your barbershop. Stuff like that, man. It's when you really want to do something. It's not. It doesn't get too hard on
No,
yourself.
it doesn't get boring. Like you said earlier, man. This is always something that's always changing. There's always something new
Constantly
coming
changing.
out.
Yeah.
Whether it's a tool, whether it's a hairstyle, but there's always something new. You know, you really can't get bored with it. You know what I mean? Unless you're the type that you're happy where you're at and you don't want to. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that would be my message to new barbers, man. It would be to kind of stick with it. You know, and don't lie. Uh, another example. We had this guy. Supposedly he owned a barber shop in whatever Puerto Rico, and you know he knew how to cut hair, so on and so forth. And he wasn't that bad, man. You know, he just kind of needed some work, and
New update.
yeah, he just kind of needed some work, and
He had the old ways to do
but
stuff.
he was one of those type of persons that he felt that you really can't tell him nothing. You know what I mean? You tell him, look, dude, you got to do it like this. I think don't bring the fade up so high, don't or whatever it was, and he would just be like, oh, his response to everything
In Puerto
was in
Rico, we
Puerto
do it
Rico
like
they
this.
like it like that.
One
One
time
day,
I got mad. I told him, I'm like, bro, you're not in Puerto Rico. You're here in
yeah,
PA now. Like,
exactly.
stop worrying about Puerto Rico so
And
much.
that's kind of where everything was with that. And I know for a fact that even no matter where you took those haircuts, that that we would try to correct them on, whether it was Puerto Rico or freaking Australia, it just wasn't good. Good is what I'm trying to say, like, and there's nothing wrong with it happens. You do a bad haircut, cool,
Yeah.
but you should be able to take the knowledge that you're learning and kind of take it to the next person and try to get better with it.
You can have your own ways to do stuff, but There's haircuts that go in a certain way. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter how you start or how you finish them. There's haircuts
Yeah,
that
skin
go in.
fade's a skin fade, dude. You know,
Yeah,
number two's a number two. Taper's a taper. Now, if you're making a taper looking to like a skin fade, there's something wrong.
there's a problem. Yeah,
You know what I'm trying to say? So,
there's ways to do stuff. Yeah, like
you know, and he was a little. I mean, I'm not gonna say, you know, he had problems. You know, whether it was personal or family or whatever the case was, but there was a lot of things there that, after a while, kind of unraveled. And man,
he had a lot going on.
it was, yeah, he did have he had a bunch of stuff going on. Yeah, he did.
It's crazy.
That we'll make a whole other episode for that. Maybe we'll do a Zoom call or something. You know what I mean? We gotta get him on there and
Oh my god.
yeah, definitely.
What else you got?
Uh, if there was something you can change, right? Whether it was barbershop atmosphere in the barbershop or with barbering in general, what would it be?
Great question. That's a great question.
Yeah, it's kind of like out of the blue.
Yeah.
One thing that I would change would be the way people perceive the barbering industry. And it's starting to change now, but for a long, long time,
That's a good one.
it was just kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, he's just a barber. People didn't really see this as a profession, you know, and you got barbers now that are making more money than people coming out of college. You know what I mean? So, you know, this is something where you go and you fill out an application, and when they say employment, it should be, you know, barber. They should, you know, you understand what I'm trying to say? You know, not other, and then you have to write down barber or barbershop owner. You know, I wish people would get to that point where you know they take it more serious and more of a profession. You know?
Got it. I I think it will be the perspective that people have for us barbers.
Okay.
Because a lot of people think that, oh, they sell drugs, they do this, they do that. I'm gonna give you an example. I used to work at the first barbershop I used to work at. Um, they shot it up. Is that how you say it? They shot it up.
Oh yeah, there was a shooting.
There was
a
a shooting there, and and everybody thought it was because of drugs. No, it wasn't because of that. But I would, I think that would be the change I'll make. That perspective that people see in us barbers. They,
Yeah.
they always think we're doing something wrong, and not everybody's like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely do. You know, and you see it all over the place too. You know, yeah, you got some spots, unfortunately, that are, you know, allow certain things to happen, but I mean, we should all try to change that as a whole. You know, and I think once we start changing that and showing more of what we do, not how much money we make, you know, that'll change what people think. You know. But like I said, man, if you go and fill out an application for a credit card or something, there's no spot there that says barber, or you understand what I'm trying to say? So like things like that, like, you know, that kind of gets me mad because it's like, yo, well, what the heck do I put? You know what I mean? Barber or other, like, you know,
It's
like,
not even on the list.
you know, and just say, yo, I think the day I see that on the list, I'm gonna be happy as hell.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's it.
Nah,
We made
it's,
it.
it's getting to that point because of all these events and like shows that people do and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
People
it.
are knowing like the industry's changing and stuff. That's a good thing.
You know, and these social media, these platforms, man.
They're helping.
Yeah, they're opening people's eyes, you know, and people can actually see that not everything is like you said. We're not just drug dealers, or we're not just barbers that are just cutting somebody's hair, making a couple dollars here and there.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a big thing as well.